The cryopod hissed like a dying serpent as frost crystals shattered across its surface. Inside, Marcus Chen's eyes snapped open. Not gradually, not peacefully, but with the violent clarity of a predator sensing danger. The emergency revival protocol had activated. That meant one thing. The ship was under attack. His muscles screamed as he tore free from the restraints. 200 years of frozen sleep should have left him weak, disoriented. But Marcus was no ordinary colonist. Before the mission, before the long sleep, he'd been something else entirely. A weapon forged in the fires of Earth's last wars. A soldier who'd seen horrors that made other men weep. The ship's AI crackled to life, its voice distorted by damage. Warning. Zelvarian boarding party detected. Crew complement compromised. You are the last. Marcus stumbled into the corridor, naked except for the cryogel still clinging to his skin. Emergency lighting painted everything crimson. Bodies, or what remained of them, littered the floor. His crew, his friends, the colonists who dreamed of new worlds, all dead. Through a shattered viewport he saw them. The Zelvarian war fleet, massive ships shaped like cosmic predators, their hulls bristling with weapons that had turned human colonies into ash for the past decade. They'd found the sleeper ship. They'd come to finish what they started, but they'd made one critical mistake. They'd woken him up. Marcus moved through the ship like a ghost, his bare feet silent on the metal deck. The cryo-sleep hadn't dulled his instincts. It had preserved them perfectly, like a blade kept in ice. He found the armory stripped bare, but that didn't matter. The Zelvarians had left their own weapons scattered among the dead. He picked up a plasma rifle, feeling its alien weight. The trigger mechanism was wrong, designed for six-fingered hands, but Marcus adapted. He always did. The first squad of Zelvarians found him in the engineering bay. They were massive creatures, 8 feet tall with exoskeletons that gleamed like obsidian. Their compound eyes registered surprise when they saw him. A lone human unarmed in their eyes, standing amid the corpses of his kind. Their mistake. Marcus moved before they could fire. The plasma rifle sang in his hands, each shot precise, economical. The Zelvarian's armor was designed to withstand human military-grade weapons, but Marcus didn't aim for the armor. He aimed for the joints, the eye clusters, the exposed neural ports on their necks. 3 seconds, 7 enemies, 7 corpses cooling on the deck. He took their weapons, their ammunition, their grenades. More importantly, he took their comlink. Through the stolen device, he heard their commander's confusion. A single human? Impossible. Their intelligence said the crew was neutralized. This had to be a malfunction. Marcus smiled. It was not a pleasant expression. He moved through the ship systematically, turning it into a killing ground. Every corridor became a trap. Every junction a death sentence. The Zelvarians had numbers, superior technology, combat experience that spanned worlds. But Marcus had something they couldn't comprehend. The desperate fury of the last man standing, combined with the cold precision of Earth's most dangerous soldier. In the cargo bay, he rigged the fusion cores. In the life support systems, he reversed the atmospheric processors. The ship itself became his weapon. The Zelvarian commander finally understood what he was facing. This wasn't a human colonist. This was something from Earth's dark past, a relic of wars the Zelvarians thought they'd studied. They'd been wrong. You couldn't study humanity's capacity for violence by reading reports. You had to face it. Marcus found the commander in what remained of the bridge. The alien stood 9 feet tall, his ceremonial armor adorned with the skulls of conquered species. Behind him, a dozen elite guards formed a living wall. "Surrender," the commander said through his translator, his voice like grinding stone. "You have fought well, human. We will grant you a warrior's death." Marcus checked his ammunition, nearly empty. His body was covered in burns, cuts, plasma scoring. He'd been fighting for 6 hours straight. Against an army he should have been exhausted, terrified, defeated. Instead, he laughed. "You came to my ship," Marcus said, his voice hoarse but steady. "Killed my crew, my friends, people who'd done nothing except dream of a better future." He raised his weapon. "And you think I'm the one who should surrender?" The commander's eyes widened, a universal expression of recognition. Too late, he understood. This wasn't a battle. It was an execution. Marcus triggered the charges he'd planted throughout the ship. Fusion cores detonated in sequence, tearing through the Zelvarian boarding parties like the wrath of ancient gods. The atmosphere processors reversed at maximum capacity, flooding sealed sections with superheated plasma. The ship's reactor, damaged and destabilized, began its final cascade. The commander lunged, but Marcus was faster. He'd always been faster. When the escape pod jettisoned from the dying ship, Marcus was alone inside it. Behind him, the colony vessel erupted in a miniature sun, taking 3 Zelvarian warships with it in the blast. The remaining fleet scattered, their formation broken, their confidence shattered. One human, one soldier, one impossibly stubborn survivor had done what their intelligence said was impossible. As the pod drifted toward the nearest human outpost, a journey that would take weeks, Marcus allowed himself to finally rest. The cryopod in the escape craft beckoned, promising another sleep, another dream. But this time, when he closed his eyes, he wasn't haunted by nightmares. The Zelvarians would tell stories about this day, about the ship they boarded and the devil they found waiting, about the human who wouldn't die, wouldn't break, wouldn't surrender. And across the galaxy, on every human world, when the news arrived, people would whisper the same truth: never wake a sleeping human. Because humanity's greatest weapon wasn't technology or numbers or even courage. It was the simple, terrifying fact that when everything was lost, when hope was gone, when the universe itself demanded surrender, humanity would look at the impossible and say one word: no. Marcus Chen slept once more, but this time, he wasn't alone. The void itself seemed to carry his message forward, a warning to any species that thought humanity could be easily conquered. They'd learned the hard way what Earth's children were capable of, and they would never forget.